Dave was like, y'all wanna go bowling? And we were like, ain't no bowling alley open on Christmas this late. Like, what you talking about? And he started laughing. He said, do you realize I'm Dave Chappelle? Hey, y'all, my name is Tiffany Haddish. This is where you guys should applaud and go crazy. I'll wait. Dave, I see why you wear these. They are so comfortable. Look at this room, y'all. Look at this room. Look at the people we got here at this party. Yes. Comedians, actors, and musicians are all here for one man. We're all here because Dave brings people together in a way that maybe no one else in the world can. I met Dave over 20 years ago, and we've been friends ever since. Dave, you have always been my mentor, my big brother, and every time I step on stage, every time, I think of you, because I've always want to make you proud, because you the GOAT, you know, you're the greatest. What I love about Dave is his spontaneity. My favorite story with Dave was on Christmas, one year after I finished feeding the homeless at the Laugh Factory. I do that every year because I never forget where I came from. Not the Laugh Factory, homeless. Dave called me to meet him for drinks. And when I arrived, I see him there with Marlon Wayans, and I was like, what are y'all fathers doing here on Christmas? Shouldn't y'all be with y'all kids? And Dave said, who are you, Scrooge? Bitch, have a drink. So we laughed and joked till about 1 a.m. And Dave was like, y'all wanna go bowling? And we were like, ain't no bowling alley open on Christmas this late. Like, what you talking about? And he started laughing. He said, do you realize I'm Dave Chappelle? He made a phone call, and then we jumped in his SUV, and then we started going up this hill, and then we pulled up to these huge gates. I mean, huge. I was like, are we finna be bowling at Jurassic Park? We get out the car, go to the door, and guess who opened the door? Guess who opened it? I said gas, bitch, gas. Eddie Murphy opened the door. We was at Eddie Murphy house. We was at Eddie Murphy house, and I was like, and Dave was like, calm down, calm your ass down so we get kicked out. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Axel Foley got a bowling alley. Man, we must have talked and laughed and shared stories for hours. And that's the kind of guy Dave is, just spontaneous. And he's magical, and he's a horrible bowler.
I forget I'm famous sometimes. Like, dudes pull next to me, like, I'm like, what's up, dude? You old boy. Oh, yeah, thanks. So I don't be knowing, man. My friends tell me I need to act more famous. All my friends got money, super famous. All the comedians around, Dave Chappelle, great comic. I've been around Chris Rock. They're like, Kevin Hart was my roommate before. Yes. Every morning he wake up like, I'm gonna make it. I'm like, nigga, go make that breakfast. Get these little ass Air Force Ones out of here. Whose shoes is little? He used to hate the little shoe joke. Get these little shoes out of here. One time he got in the car and I had his shoes hanging from the rearview mirror. The baby shoes, like, Kevin, look at your shoes. Get them down, get them down. But yeah, I don't know, man. Trying to figure out my famous, who am I? Because I know I've been in shit, but people keep asking, what you gonna be in next? Motherfucker, this. I don't know what's next. Stop asking actors what's next. I don't know how to been in some shit. I know I've been in some shit because I Googled me. You know, go to hell, Google. I Googled me, and they said I was 48 years old. Who the fuck changed my age? That's the worst thing you could do to somebody in Hollywood is make them older. I didn't even know what happened until I went to an audition and Morgan Freeman was there. I'm like, we here for the same part, nigga. Stop trying to make me an uncle when I'm still a cousin. But I've been to some shit, I've traveled, I've done things. I was in Africa, I got booked in Africa, Nigeria. They paid me so much money, I thought they purchased me. I told my baby, I was like, Daddy might not be back. They gave me racks, motherfucker. I just imagine me being there and shit, in some cage, like, come look at my new D-Ray. There's my lion, there's my zebra, and there's my D-Ray. D-Ray, tell a joke. Come on, tell a joke. Here's a matter. We have enough freedom to tell a joke. But I've done shit. I'm happy about the little movies I did, though. I'm happy. A lot of movies. I did 30 fucking movies. Now, take it, I was only in them bitches about 3 minutes, but I've been in them bitches. Collectively, it's a whole film. Fuck all y'all. How about that shit right now? I was in The Fall. I was in a horror movie. How about that? No, not only that, I'm Black History. I was a black dude in a horror movie, and I survived, mama. Now what? And I was on a boat. Niggas don't get on boats. Niggas get on cruise ships, niggas get on motherfucking yachts for the video, front the hell off. But niggas don't get on boats. The only time niggas get on boats is like this. Man, I'm broke as hell. Nigga, I'm in the same boat. That's the only time. Niggas getting boats on Black History.
I remember Dave and I went to McDonald's between shows, and we talked about comedy and his future, what his future plans were gonna be. And I said, come to New York City. And after he graduated high school, he did. And he came to New York, and we worked at the same comedy club, the Boston Comedy Club. And, all right. I know it's a little confusing. It was a club in New York City called the Boston Comedy Club. Look, I don't come up with the names, cokeheads do. But in New York, Dave was immediately beloved by the stand-up comedy community. And I remember he got a part in the Mel Brooks movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and we were all like, Dave made it!
Whoa. Who's the man? Who's the man? Go.
He came back from LA, and he got right on stage to talk about his trip out west and how he finally went to Compton after hearing so much about it. And he was like stunned to see that people there had yards. All the lore of Compton, and people were like mowing their lawns. And of course they were, but there was just like something about that tiny little detail. And that's what he does. He lets himself be surprised by what he learns, and then he takes us with him as he, looks at it from every angle, angles that most of us don't even see.
Isn't it weird how there's a disease that just starts in 1980 and it doesn't kill anybody but niggas, fags, and junkies? Isn't that a fucking amazing coincidence that this disease hates everybody that old white people hate? I think either God is white or the government hid that shit in disco balls.
He's always thinking about stuff, he's examining everything, and he really, he gets in his own world.
Now, this is when I knew I was in a bad neighborhood. You only see this in the worst neighborhoods. Remember, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I look out the window. It was a fucking baby standing on a corner. Look at this. And the baby didn't even look scared. He was just standing there. I mean, it made me sad. It made me sad, really. Because I wanted to help the baby. I was like, I don't trust you either. I'm sorry. Click. Click.
I remember we were together in Vancouver, and he came over to smoke a joint. And that's exactly what he did. He came over, and he smoked a joint. The whole thing. Like, by himself. while pontificating about everything that's wrong with the world. I'll tell you what's wrong with the world: a lack of sharing. I think it's puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 puff. Dave, can you believe this? You're getting the freaking Mark Twain Prize. You deserve it. It's the right thing. It's actually perfect that you're getting the Mark Twain Prize because you both love using the N-word in your masterpieces.
Why is it that I can say the word nigger with impunity, but I can't say the word faggot? And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee, I'm not a nigger either.
By the way, this story's so name-droppy, I apologize in advance. This story's so name-droppy, DiCaprio was there, I don't even mention it.
All right? The day after I broke my foot, Glenn Howerton, my friend Glenn Howerton, who is almost 50, but for this bit, he's over 50. I needed to, come on, who cares about logic? He broke his collarbone. So I called him up, giving him a little solidarity, a little support. Hey, man, I broke my foot. What happened? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he was probably reaching for a bag of Sun Chips wrong, and his collarbone broke or something. And he said, yeah, I was snowboarding. I landed a flip wrong. All right, fuck off. Fuck off. You don't need to go to that much hassle. Once you get to a certain age, you don't need to do, I don't even think that's what happened. I think he's lying to me. I think somebody slammed a door near him, and then his collarbone fell into his ass cheek, and then he told his wife, just duct tape me to a snowboard and push me down a Black Diamond Trail, please. Give me some dignity, for God's sakes. Now I'm gonna drop another name. A month after I broke my foot, Tony Hawk broke his femur in two. Pow! Landed a vertical wrong. He's out in his warehouse doing his verticals, landed it wrong, broke his femur. DMs me a picture of his x-ray. He's like, looks like we're in the same boat, buddy. I'm like, no, we're fucking not. You just Jackie Chan'd yourself into even more coolness. He found a whole other level of cool. I slipped off a curb like someone's aunt that saw a bird. That is how I went down. I went down in the most embarrassing way possible.
By the way, this story's so name-droppy, I apologize in advance. This story's so name-droppy, DiCaprio was there, I don't even mention it. So, Netflix has a party, and it's at the head of Netflix's house, a guy named Ted Sarandos, a great man. A great man. So it's at Ted Sarandos' house, and I walk in, and it's like the biggest comedians in the world, right? I look over, it's like Burr, Aziz, Mulaney, Ali Wong, Sarah Silverman, Wanda Sykes, Trevor Noah, Borat. And they're like, pretty good, pretty big meal, all right? Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, and then I look over here, Ellen DeGeneres, Eddie Murphy. It's like, God damn, I've never seen all these people together, ever, right? And I remember thinking, like, buddy, I don't know what you did to get invited to this party, but it must have been pretty good, and I'm proud of you, right? And I'm just looking around at all these, like, heroes of mine, right? All icons. And Ted Sarandos, who is a great man, gives a toast, and he goes, It's such a thrill for me to be in the same room with all of my comedy heroes. And Chris Rock yells out, "And Neil Brennan."
I tried to interview the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. I'm serious, he came to New York City and he was taking all these weird meetings. Dude, he met with Michael Bloomberg at the Starbucks in Times Square. Do you remember this? Look at Bloomberg's goofy ass. He's just like, "Welcome to Starbucks, Your Highness. If you want to take a shit, the code is 2332, my liege." Okay. All right. Crown Prince in New York. Your boy in New York. Let me shoot my shot. Let me slide in the DMs. It'll be funny. Now, Bina has a slightly different take because she has a PhD and I do PowerPoint comedy. So she's like, "Hassan, do not antagonize the Saudis. It's dangerous." I go, "I know." She goes, "I'm serious. Don't do the interview." And I go, "I won't." And I meant it. But then she left the room.
He's the definition of a guy, my father, who doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't care at all. And yeah, Tony, some people are like that, you know? Tampa Tony. I don't know why he is the way he is, but he just couldn't care less about anything. And that's good. That's good. You know, I mean, I remember one time I was in a pizzeria with him, and I saw Steven Tyler, you know, from Aerosmith. Saw him, and everybody was like, "Oh, you know, that's him." And my dad was like, "I know who that guy is." And I was like, yeah, everybody does. He goes, "Yeah, fucking guy." He goes, "I gotta say something to him." I was like, "Dad, please don't say anything to him. Please don't say anything to him." He goes, "I gotta say something to him, Chris. He's napkin blotting the oil off his pizza. So that's a sin. He should get punched in the face for that. He can't do it." I was like, "Dad, don't do it." He goes, "I'm doing it." And he walks up to me, he goes, "Yo, Bon Jovi. Don't napkin block the oil off your pizza, you loser." And he was like, "I'm Steven Tyler." He goes, "You suck."
That was a really good month, December 2021. I remember I went to a Knicks game with my good pals, Jon Stewart and Chris Rock, right? So we went to this Knicks game. Yeah, they're the best. And very hilarious that they hang out with me. It's really weird. But I'm stoked because they're like, you know, heroes. So we're watching the game, and it's the game when Steph Curry breaks like the three-point record, right? And I remember he broke the three-point record in like the first quarter, and just somehow how we were placed, because like he shot it from over there, and me, John, and Chris were under the basket. So like in the picture that everybody put out, that's like, here's him breaking the record. Us three are just like we all look, we completely photobombed like his like whatever basketball card that's gonna be like forever. And it was such a good night, but it's just so weird because like since then, horrible things have happened to me and Chris. So Jon Stewart, if you're watching, watch your fucking back.
Okay, first of all, I didn't even know Kevin was as successful as he was. I found that shit out the hard way. I was at home and my son busted and he said, Dad, I need $250. He's only 12 years old, so I freaked out. What's going on, nigga? Somebody trying to kill you? He said, no. Kevin Hart's coming to town and I wanted to see his show. I said, well, how much are the tickets? He said, they're $125. I said, God damn, mine are only 80. I said, well, why do you need $250 then? He goes, because I want to go with you, Dad, please. And there it is. So I took him to the show, and we sit right up front, the lights go down, and one opening act after another goes on. Then Kevin takes the stage, crowd goes fucking nuts. Thousands of people. I was furious. The longer the show went on, the madder I got. Because his show was fucking outstanding. It was maddening. These people were fucking holding their stomachs. My son was slapping his knee. I'm like, oh, nigga, I do this too. Kevin says, good night. The crowd goes crazy. And then everyone starts walking to his door and the lights come on. And then my son is just standing there looking at an empty stage. People are pushing past me and nobody's recognizing me. I'm like, man, this place fucking sucks. I said, come on, son, let's get out of here. And then my son looks back at me and he says, Dad, please, please, I have to meet him. I was like, oh my God. So I took him backstage. I've known Kevin for years, but can you believe I was scared to knock on his dressing room door? I almost said, I said, son, I haven't seen him for a long time, but and one of Kevin's goons opened the door. Hey, what's up, Dave Chappelle? What you doing, man? It's good to see you, brother. What you doing in this area? This is a terrible area. Yeah, actually, I live around here. Listen. Is Kevin here? My son just wanted to meet him real quick. Well, I don't know, because Kevin's about to eat dinner. Just think Kevin came around the corner to see who it was. What? Oh, shit. What's up, Dave? Come on back. I was just about to have dinner. I don't know if you guys ate, but you're welcome to join me if you like. And then my son pushed past me some cold shit. He goes, actually, Mr. Hart, we haven't eaten in several hours. Man, Kevin took us into his back room. This guy had a fucking spread. It was Tuesday night. This motherfucker was having Sunday dinner. It was steaks, chops, corn with butter all over it. My son was eating all fast, embarrassed me. I was like, slow down, son.
I'm frazzled. I'm like, Mr. President, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. You don't have AIDS. You definitely, and even if you did have AIDS, there's nothing wrong with having AIDS. There's no stigma. We can still be cool. Actually, I don't even know why I'm saying this. I'm so sorry. And he's like, Trevor, calm down. Trevor, calm down. I was like, I'm so sorry, Mr. President. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said I'm probably the dumbest person you've ever met, Mr. President. He's like, no, Trevor, calm down. I'm the dumbest person you've ever met. He's like, no, Trevor, that's not true. I've met Trump.
I got called to go sit courtside at Madison Square Garden for a New York Knicks game, right? It was awesome. I was like, whoa, I'm doing it. So I brought my father. Of course I brought my father. So we get there to the game, and it is pretty cool. Like, it's awesome. So my dad is talking to this man at the Knicks game, this really famous man, and he's telling him all about me, which is, embarrassing. I'm like, you don't have to say anything, Dad. Like, I don't care. And he goes, my son's a great comedian. He goes, you got to get on his website, christiecomedy.com, but he's probably sold out of clicks. You probably can't even sold all the clicks. I'm like, it's not how the internet works, but whatever. He goes, yeah, it goes clicks. I'm like, and he goes, and this was true. He goes, he's got a gig next week at Bananas Comedy Club. And that's real. Bananas Comedy Club. It's a comedy club. It's inside a Holiday Inn Express off the side of the highway in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. They hang live bananas, real bananas, over your head that they got at a bodega 2 hours before in a hotel conference room. I swear to God, I was really doing a show there. And he's telling me, he goes, my kid's probably sold out, though. He's probably sold out, so if you put $50 underneath my foot right now, maybe 2 tickets will pop up, maybe they won't. And he's just running his mouth, and I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, I don't even want to look at who this is. Like, just, I want this to end. I want this to end. And then with that, the MSG staff came over to put the man my father was talking to up on the Jumbotron. It was Phil Collins, okay? Phil Collins, a man who sold out the entire world, was being told to come see me at Bananas Comedy Club inside a Holiday Inn Express off the side of the highway in New Jersey. I go, yeah, I was like, Dad, that's Phil Collins. He was...
Just afraid of being attacked. Happens to the best of us. Don't ever forget what happened to that French actor. You know what I'm talking about? Juicy Smouillet. He's a very famous French actor. Y'all never heard of Juicy Smouye? Juicy Smouye is an actor from France. And he became famous on a show called Empire. One night, he was in Chicago late at night and was the victim he was the victim of a racist and homophobic attack. You see, Juicy Smouye is gay and he is black, not just French. Oh, it was a crazy story. Apparently, when he was walking down the street late at night, two white men came out of the shadows with MAGA hats on and beat him up. Tied a rope around his neck, called him all kinds of niggas, and put some bleach on him and ran off into the night. This shit was like international news. And everybody was furious, especially in Hollywood. It's all over everybody's Twitter feed and Instagram page. Justice for Juicy and all this shit. The whole country was up in arms. It was talking about it all the time on the news. And for some reason, African Americans, we were like oddly quiet. We were so quiet about this shit that the gay community started accusing African American community of being homophobic for not supporting him. What they didn't understand is that we were supporting him with our silence. Because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying. None of these details added up at all. He said he's walking down the street in Chicago and white dudes come up to him and say, "Hey man, aren't you that faggot nigger from Empire?" A fuck? Does that sound like how white people talk? I know white people. They don't talk like that. Are you that faggot nigga from Empire? They would never say that. It sounds like something that I would say. If you're racist and homophobic, you're not even gonna know who this nigga is. You can't watch Empire. Black people never feel sorry for the police, but this time we even felt sorry for the police. Can you imagine if you was a police veteran taking this kid's police report? Okay, Mr. Smouye, please tell me what happened. All right, 2 a.m. You left the house at 2 a.m. It's minus 16 degrees. All right. You were walking. All right. And where were you going? Subway. Sandwiches? That's when the men approached you? Did you see them? Do you have any? Okay, what they have on? MAGA hats. MAGA hats on in Chicago. Excuse me one second, Mr. Smouye. Frank, come here for a second. Find out where Kanye West was last night. Don't forget who I am. Don't forget what I am. I am a black dude. And don't ever forget how I got here. My ancestors were kidnapped. I don't even know where the fuck I'm from. They were put on the bottom of boats. They sailed them across the Atlantic. Many of them died. Only the strongest survived. And once they got here, they beat the humanity out of my people. They turned us into beasts of burdens. They made us do their work, and the irony is hundreds of years later, they called us lazy. We fought in the Civil War. We damn near freed ourselves. And then in Reconstruction, black people did great. My great-grandfather was a very wealthy man. But then the black codes came, Jim Crow came, and it was 100 years of unspeakable oppression again. Lynchings, all kinds of terroristic acts to keep us in the margins of society. And yet we still fought. And Dr. King was born. And then things got better. 20 years after Dr. King was assassinated, Michael Jackson was moonwalking on television. Something, 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 Barack Obama. Donald Trump, and now here we all are. 400-year nightmare. Took us 400 years to figure out as a people that white people's weakness the whole time was kneeling during their national anthem. That's a brittle spirit. That's right, nigga. On the rock, it's regular. Ah! Ah! What are you doing, nigga? Stand up! The Vice President of the United States got involved. Mike Pence got involved. He went to the game himself. These niggers will have to stand when they see me. And all them football players looked up in the stands and saw Mike Pence and said, Mike Pence, come on, y'all. Wu-Tang. Bow! Oh! Foiled. Brittle spirit. I could kill every white person in America at one time. You know how I'd do it? I would just wait for the Super Bowl. And right when they sang the national anthem, I'd have O.J. Simpson walk to the 50-yard line with them bad knees. Is that O.J. Simpson on the field? What the hell is he doing here? Oh, I know what he's gonna do. Stop him!
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't be knowing if I'm famous. I forget I'm famous sometimes. Like, dudes pull next to me, like, I'm like, what's up, dude? You old boy. Oh, yeah, thanks. So I don't be knowing, man. My friends tell me I need to act more famous. All my friends got money, super famous. All the comedians around, Dave Chappelle, great comic. I've been around Chris Rock. They're like, Kevin Hart was my roommate before. Yes, yes. Every morning he wake up like, I'm gonna make it. I'm like, nigga, go make that breakfast. Get these little ass Air Force Ones out of here. Whose shoes is little? He used to hate the little shoe joke. Get these little shoes out of here. One time he got in the car and I had his shoes hanging from the rearview mirror. The baby shoes, like, Kevin, look at your shoes. Get them down, get them down. Look at my, I don't know, man. Trying to figure out my famous, who am I? Because I know I've been in shit. But people keep asking me, what you gonna be in next? Motherfucker, this. I don't know what's next. Stop asking actors what's next. I don't know how to been in some shit. I know I've been in some shit because I Googled me. You know, go to hell, Google. I Googled me and they said I was 48 years old. Who the fuck changed my age? That's the worst thing you could do to somebody in Hollywood is make them older. I didn't even know what happened. So I went to an audition and Morgan Freeman was there. We here for the same part. Nigga! Stop trying to make me an uncle when I'm still a cousin. But I've been in some shit. I've traveled. I've done things. I was in Africa. I got booked in Africa, Nigeria. They paid me so much money, I thought they purchased me. I told my baby, I was like, Daddy might not be back. They gave me racks, motherfucker. I just imagine me being there and shit in some cage, like, come look at my new D-Ray. There's my lion, there's my zebra, and there's my D-Ray. D-Ray, tell a joke. Come on, tell that joke. Here's my, we have enough freedom to tell a joke. But I've done shit. I'm happy about the little movies I did, though. I'm happy. A lot of movies. I did 30 fucking movies. Now, take it, I was only in them bitches about 3 minutes, but I've been in them bitches. Collectively, it's a whole film. Fuck all y'all. How about that shit right now? I was in The Fall. I was in a horror movie. How about that? No, not only that, I'm Black History. I was a black dude in a horror movie, and I survived, mama. Now what? And I was on a boat. Niggas don't get on boats. Niggas get on cruise ships, niggas get on motherfucking yachts for the video, front the hell off. But niggas don't get on boats. The only time niggas get on boats is like this. Man, I'm broke as hell. Nigga, I'm in the same boat. That's the only time. Niggas getting boats on Black History.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Whatever it is,
We're all the best.
whatever you do,
That's good,
your
though.
shit moves me. Like
I would rather see this than the old days where Michael and Prince were fighting and one motherfucker ended up falling off a light pole.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Wait.
Fuck that.
You know?
Fuck the old
But
days,
Eddie and
nigga.
You know that story?
No, I don't know the
Oh
story.
my God.
Eddie and Richard only got together for the movie. They didn't. They were not cool. Richard and Cosby weren't cool.
The first time I saw Eddie and Richard together, Richard's on stage in the original one, and he's performing. And Rashawn brings him a note. And Richard looks at the note, and he puts it away, and he keeps working a little bit. And the note said, Eddie Murphy's here. So Richard's working, and so Richard finally says, no, there's a young man here. A lot of people say that he's a new me, but I'm not finished being me yet. So that fucks with me a little bit. But his name is Eddie Murphy. And everybody goes crazy. He's like, you want to come up? Eddie had never met.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Says, how about it? Put your hands together for Eddie Murphy. Eddie walks to the main in the main room, comes up to that one step on, right? He steps up on the stage, they shake and meet for the first time. Richard walks away, but doesn't leave. He sits on that step, that one step down in the original room. He sits and watches Eddie work. So for Eddie, it's like, Richard's sitting here. And Eddie turns the motherfucker out. And Richard stands at the end. And they comes to the step and they walk away together. And it was the greatest fucking moment.
Yeah, that's sad. Like literally, dude.
It's like that white black bitch that's in the news all the time. Rachel Dolezal. She always says that. She's a white woman, but then she dressed up like a nigga and shot her way up to the very top of blackness. How far is Rachel willing to go? What is Rachel willing to do so that we blacks can believe that she believes she's actually one of us? Bitch, are you willing to put a lien on your house so that you can invest in a mixtape that probably won't work out? She didn't even change her name. Didn't even change her name. Her name is Rachel. I can't believe in that name. If you want my support, you're gonna have to change your name to the blackest shit I've ever heard. Bitch, you're gonna have to change your name to Draymond Green. I don't know a blacker name than that. That shit is black on paper. If you type Draymond Green into Airbnb, that shit will log off automatically. I give all married men the same advice, gay or straight. Get a dog. This dog will love you all the time, but she's not going to. It's real talk. I didn't even know about dogs, and my kids got the dog. They brought him home from the shelter, and I didn't even want him. They were like, "Can we keep him?" I said, "Nope." I said, "Where'd you even get this dog?" They're like, "We got him from the shelter." I was like, "Ugh." Probably something wrong with him. Can't keep him. And then my kids started crying and screaming like the dog had gambling debts. "Please, Dad, if you don't let us keep him, they're gonna kill him." I was like, "Oh." All right, you can keep him. And this dog was a menace. I hated his guts. Then one night I'd smoked a bunch of weed and I was eating a sandwich and Baba came over. Baba's the dog. He came over and was staring at me. This will make you very uncomfortable if you're just looking at you usually. I had to give him a piece of my sandwich so he'd go away. And that's how we became friends. Now, if you see me walking down the street with Baba, I ain't got no leash or nothing. He walks right next to me. If I stop, he'll stop. And if I go, he'll go. And all my friends are like, "Yo, Dave, that shit is dope. How you train Baba to do that shit?" I've never trained Baba. I'm just a messy eater. If I drop food and Baba's not around, all I gotta do is call him. "Baba!" He's a black dude's dog, so he doesn't come right away. He peeks first to see what's going on. I gotta tap my foot so he can see the food. "Over here, little buddy." And he's like, "Thanks, Dave." He'll come get it and run off. But he knows all my habits. Like if he smells weed in the house, he'll be like, "Nah, this motherfucker's about to eat." And he'll just come running. Baba got me through a very difficult time in my marriage. We spend the most time together. Like, it's not that me and my wife don't spend time together, but we've been married so long, it's like we don't talk like, I don't know if anyone's married here, but if after 10 years, all that chatty shit goes away. You've said it all. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, we're just in the zone. She says the same shit to me every night before she goes to bed. I'll be the last one up. She's like, "I'm gonna get some sleep, Dave. Good night." "All right, babe, we'll stay up and watch television. Good night." And she'll walk halfway up the steps. "David? Don't eat the kids' lunch." And then she walks away. Well, the crazy shit is I don't even eat their lunch anymore. Back in the day, I used to eat that shit. You know how that goes. I might smoke some weed in the middle of the night and she'll leave neatly wrapped sandwiches all over the kitchen. I'm gonna eat it. What's the big deal? Why can't she just make another one in the morning? I mean, it's like, I got sons anyway. And sons love everything their dads do. My kids would be at school the next day, just look like, "Oh, Dad bit my sandwich. Oh, shit!" Their dad is Dave Chappelle, man. You could trade that sandwich for something better. What I'm doing is adding value to their lunch. I'm so good at writing jokes, and this is not even an exaggeration. I actually write jokes backwards. I will write a punchline with no particular setup in mind. I just put it on a scrap of paper, and I'll throw that scrap of paper in my fishbowl. I have a fishbowl in my house filled with random punchlines. And every once in a while, I'll shake the bowl, and I'll dig in there and just pull one out and see if I can make that shit work. And I picked one for this special. It's not an easy punchline to pull off. Are you ready? Yeah. Here it goes. The punchline is, "So I kicked her in the pussy." I haven't finished the joke yet. I just know whatever happens in the beginning of the joke, at the end of the joke, for some reason, I'm gonna kick somebody in the pussy. And it's going to be hilarious. Close the show with a comedian this great. It's one of the hardest things a person like me has to do. The first time I opened for him, I was in high school. I was 16 years old. I wore a suit. Make some noise for me. One of the greatest comedians of all time. Yes, sir. It was an honor and a pleasure, really. The joy of my career doing this tour with you. This is our latest day tonight. And this has been 50 years of amazing.
Have fun like you do at the comedy store.
This is so weird.
On and cracking.
I can't tell if they're old or young or. I go by the name Christopher Julius Rock, son of
not in the most expensive seats.
Rose and Julius. But on a special, you don't really want to be screaming the whole time. The best way to figure that out is to cut it, but you only get to do the live thing once. It's gonna be the most press any comedy show's ever gotten.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the one they're gonna review. Yeah, this is the last one. It's a long time.
Yeah, they're fixing it right now.
Round one out. I might have to do the whole show without it. I mean, I'll do it. I don't do it.
Yeah! They're fixing it right now.
They're fixing it right now. Welcome to Paris. I love you. Shows, it's not just jokes, man.
The rock star pocket, part of it.
Comedians are horrible rock stars. That is. Come out here, just do their shows, don't have lighting.
And he covered that shit.
That's rare. That's rare. 15 strikes. Like, every musician thinks about that shit. In the shittiest club, it's the smallest. Comedians only think about that shit when they get famous. What a fucking crazy ass day. What went down today? Fucking abortion today, next week slavery.
You still don't? What are you doing?
5 and 2. We're already getting in trouble.
That's my favorite. Yeah, not inside. I couldn't stick, I guess. Didn't make the cut. Didn't get in. But belongs somewhere.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Pussy, do it all again. You got it. Hey, Bart. I can't wait, my man. Gonna be good.
Ghost to the house.
You're here first. Where did you go?
Hey. 90 days.
90 days to the special.
This shit right here. I have to get 20% funnier in 90 days. We do 100 shows, and we do 3 comedians in some shows. Tell everybody, stand-up's the best job in all the arts.
It's great.
Bring the Pain came out in 97, 96.
He's still doing it.